So as you can see, this is the product I've got. I've got it lined up on the window. Try and get some nice light in here because I'm not sure how it'll come out, but I thought I would just try it out, test it out, and yeah, so if all goes well, then this will be uploaded. So try and put the image and try and edit it all together, basically. Yeah, so I'm not sure, because on the window it's kind of hard to now see the limits of where like the box is and how far I can move, and like if I go over this way, and the sound. So it's all up, just testing it. And then also I've got to think about what content I want to make, like where I want to go with the channel, because I've always, people always say I'm funny and things like that, but then you can get those sort of people and they're not funny on camera, or they're not funny as a stand-up comedian, or all those sort of stuff, really. So it's just about putting that comedic element into, a story or a short video, so to speak, in this example, I guess. Yeah, and then just trying to edit that all together. So yeah, because people can say they're funny and they can record stuff and it's not funny at all. So it's about just trying to get that together. But as you can see, I had a clean on Sunday, so it's now Tuesday. So I've not. It's a labourer's project. Project. It's kind of a bit slow. I don't know if you can see the Hoover down there, and there's still rubbish there that I've collected up. But I still got to hoover that side a little bit. It might be a little bit dirty there. But if you can see marks on the ground, it's just little bits of vinyl, because I make stickers. So for example, let's show you, I don't know, this one. So it's just one that I made, and then someone ordered one, but there's no point wasting vinyl, so I made two. I don't know, I'll show you a few more, I guess. What have we got here? Got this one. Now these are all kind of a little bit naughty. Shouldn't sell these really, but because I'm sure someone owns the copyright to them. This one's not really. I doubt this will be copyrighted, but hey, some of the stickers I make. Ooh. Whatever, I don't care. I do what I want. But yeah, this is basically the folder of just stickers that at the time I either made too many, just because it was easier just to make a few, like the Atari one. Because it's 12 by 24 inches, I just made a row of them. So obviously I've got a few in there. And then there's ones like the Big Bang Theory, where say the rest of it's good, but one head is not. Like there's a bit of vinyl that's messed up. So you just, it's all the spares and repairs and whatever you want to call it. Yeah, got the computer here, 2 monitors, and then the mic, as you can see. Got the green thing here. I'm going to be honest, when the original white table top was so badly damaged, because I just spilt coffee on it and, scratched it and whatever else. Painted, I used to paint little models and shit on here, so I just decided to put some green sticker vinyl on top of it. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's already little scratches in this. So eventually there'll be like 10 layers of vinyl. That's not 10 layers of vinyl, that would be more like 1,000 layers of vinyl if it was up here. But yeah, you get the point. Yeah, so I moved. So I've got my printer there, which does sublimation printing. I've got my paper printer just over there. Got my sticker vinyl cutter there. I don't know how far you can see, but in the background here, some of the sticker vinyl, then some of the t-shirts on this side, and I don't know if you can see up, like far on the back, but that's just spare vinyl, and then bits. And then here is the heat press, which I would love to get a new one eventually, because yeah, it's just a bit unreliable sometimes. Like if I need the heat at a certain temperature, if you press down a few times, it just dips up and down, and you're like, what the hell? but it works fine. It's just can be annoying sometimes. And then I don't know if you can see this wall here on this side, but when we first moved, because the apartment we rent is my girlfriend's boss's apartment that they rent from some huge landlord of this area. They own like all the buildings around here. Anyway, so there was a leak when we first moved in, and it took them a year and a half to fix. And so you can imagine a year and a half of just constant leaking. The whole wall was just wet all the time, and there's like some stickers on this side that I'd put up, and it stretched pretty far. I don't know if you can see my hand, but it stretched pretty far, and now all of that, like there's half of the stickers left. So yeah, it looks pretty nasty. That's why I was going to put the camera just on my computer here, because it was quite a nice, you got quite a nice bit of light and you had a good shot, but the background was pretty horrible. Yeah, it was. It didn't look nice, so I'm trying to hide that side of the wall, really. But I'll show you. I will show you more about what's going down. And I guess this is kind of like a face reveal, but I don't really wish for it to be a big thing, you know, like, especially because I've only got 542 at the moment subscribers. It goes up and down. I say for every 12 or so I go down by 3 and then go back up again by like 5 or 6, and then yeah, so for every 12 it's probably about 6. It's half and half basically, I guess. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Yeah, I guess we could break it down like that. Yeah, so. But I thought I would just slowly introduce myself, I guess, and my face, and see if you like the face, because you might be like, well, I like his voice, or I don't like his voice, but I don't like his face, or I like his face. You know, you could add those together, and you know, there's a few options there, I guess. You like my face, but you don't like my voice. You don't like my face, but you like my voice, or you don't like my face or my voice, and you don't like, yeah, or you like them both. Yeah, whichever. But yeah, I thought I would just see how it goes, the reaction. You've got to just try it, haven't you? You've got to just try. And I'm going back for the beard, because like in winter I had a nice beard coming on, and then when I don't know, maybe about February, March, I shaved it off, and then I started keeping it quite short and not really doing much with it. Yeah, just shaving it. But I quite like the beard, really. I think it enhances my face. But at the moment, it's in that like scruffy period where it just kind of like fluffs out. When I had a shower this morning, and it just like looks really scruffy. And then I've gone to the post office to deliver my mail and whatever, because obviously I've got to send products through post office. So I tested the camera out, because it's like a GoPro camera. So we'll see how this goes anyway. And so on my little push scooter, I know some of you, if you're skaters, you'd be like, oh, push scooters, because there's a weird argument between you guys. But for me, it's awesome, because I can get around people and stuff and whatever. But so I did a video testing out how it worked, you know, how it looked, and it was alright. But the mic on the camera is fucking terrible. So I'll be getting rid of the audio on the mic, definitely. Because I listened, the audio, man. It was like every little push of the scooter, it was like constant, this like bit of gravel or slabs, you know, or going up on a curb. It was just, it was horrendous. So definitely be putting like music over that. But I think I'll do another one maybe tomorrow of the journey. My scooter's fucked. Like you know, I've got like the wheel, for example, will be like that, and then the handlebars will be like this, or like, you know, like it's I need to tighten it, and it's Allen keys and shit like that. So yeah, I don't know, but hopefully this angles will be good, because I've just used a sticker for the GoPro. So if it's not, I'm gonna have to peel that off, and that'll probably not work again. So then it means I've got to buy more stickers, and just more expenses, guys. And YouTube doesn't pay out very well. I got about $45. Been doing this for about 9 months now, of just games, so I don't get a lot of views. I think my highest is the Serbia yeah, Serbia, the first episode of Hearts of Iron 4 is about 11,500 views, which is pretty good. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. But it's been on for about 6 months, maybe even longer. So, it doesn't pay out very well. But it kind of gives me, it's probably about, I don't know, maybe $11 from that. So what that tells me is for every 10,000 views you get $10, or for every 1,000 views you get $1. It's about that. I'm probably wrong, but I think that's what it's like. Yeah, so so just thought I'd introduce myself. It's Jake2.0, obviously. By now you've probably worked that out, but I thought just in case you don't know. So yeah, I mean, you be the judge. I'm sure I'll get a few unsubscribers, and I'm sure I'll get a few subscribers. Whatever, I'm an adult, I'm a human, I'm a man, so I don't give a fuck. Just see how it goes, I guess. And I'll try and come up with some cool content. Cool content, man, that's so old-fashioned. Cool. Who uses cool anymore, dude? That's mint. That's so rad. That's radical. That's... I don't know. I'm just trying to think of all the slang words we use nowadays. The kids. I don't class myself as a kid, but I still class myself as like this generation. 91. I'm 26, and 91. What is that? Is that like last generation? Am I the youngest of the previous generation, or am I the oldest of this generation? I mean, 15. I guess it's a new generation. Maybe. Like 2000 would be a new generation. 15 now. Just 17 now. So 17 now. So yeah, I guess I'm from the previous. But a 17-year-old and me now, it's almost 10 years difference. It's 9 years difference. But I know people online who I play with and stuff, like games. just before you think of anything else, who I play games with, and they seem pretty cool. They're a little bit different in their political thinking, a few of them, but then again, there's not. Don't know what this out. Generation difference isn't much, I don't think. So I'm kind of on the edge, I guess. I'm kind of like between two generations, because people in like the 80s, I don't know if most of them are pretty. That's the thing. 90s kids, especially the early 90s, are very similar to. Because early 80s, but also can relate to early 2000s. But early 2000s, yeah. But then again, early 80s and early 2000s have a massive gap. Because the early 80s, those kids were playing the consoles. They were the kids that were teaching my age group about the consoles. So, for example, the PlayStation, like when that came out, and then PlayStation 2, they were a bit older and they were like sort of really into these stuff, and we were like, wow, this is amazing. So they were kind of teaching that. Whereas, yeah, a kid now, from a 17-year-old now, doesn't really, like, they have a very early memory of the PlayStation 2. They'll have been little tiny kids, whereas the early 80s kids will have been around about 20, won't they? So they would be 25, for example, when these little kids, say 4 or 5 years old. And, because I remember when I was 3 years old playing the Nintendo, and I saw in the the catalogs for Christmas and stuff, you'd look and you'd be like, oh, I want the PlayStation. It was like fucking £400. Mum was like, nah, you ain't getting that. I can't afford that. So yeah, I just stuck with Nintendo. And then you had the Game Boy, the original. Like I remember the grey game, like the grey old Game Boy, which the 80s kids would have played with. Whereas this 90s, when it got to around about 98 or something, or 2000, I can't remember when it came out. But the coloured Game Boys and the thinner, small and stuff, we were playing them. So there is a bit of a difference, but I kind of, the 90s are definitely a mix between these consoles. Because my dad's obviously in the 70s, born early 70s, and he remembers like the Atari and all those really old. What was the? I know there's a few others, but he remembers there being quite a Commodore and all that sort of shit. Yeah. But I think I played one, right, and it was so bad compared to the Nintendo. Like, it was terrible. I had a keyboard, and then like the crappy screen attached to it. You plug in like a tape, and if you don't know what tape is, go and Google it. I'm sure you will. It's not that fucking far back, but the tape was terrible. Like, it would just plug in about like, trying to read it and shit. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm thinking maybe a couple of comedic sketches, bit of stuff with music in the back, like sort of over the top of video of something cool, maybe going to the post office on the scooter. It looks quite cool, like Casey Neistat does, or gameplays, and then you've got sort of just talking basically, like a podcast but with video. I need to get a webcam as well, because I'd like to do Twitch streaming, but with like live play games, showing my ugly face, or doing like a live podcast. That'd be pretty cool, I think. Talking comes quite easily to me, but I'm just not great with saying some of these words, But anyway, so yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Subscribe, unsubscribe, like, dislike, whatever. It's fine. It's cool. Or thumbs up, I guess. Thumbs down. And I guess I'm still stuck on Facebook way of doing it. Yeah, I mean, just let me know what you think, really, because I think this is the first. I mean, I'll take my glasses off. Whoa! I'll take off the hat. Here we go. I've got hat hair. My hair is like, I guess we'll go for 20 minutes because we're on almost 17 now. So my hair is like hat hair at the moment, but when I wash it, it goes like what I like to call a white fro. So you've got the afro, the dew fro, and then you've got the white fro. The white fro is like, so obviously afro is curly, but obviously the texture is different to white people's hair. And then you've got a dew fro, which is like white people's hair but really curly. And then a white fro is just, it sticks up like it's like the German 80s pop band or something. Honestly, it just goes, it's horrible, it's terrible. And obviously you'll probably say, oh, he's going bald, but I've had these since I was since I can remember. I've always had like this sort of indent here where it's like a W or something. It's really like a V, sorry. It's very weird. But yeah, I can see without these glasses, but it's kind of blurry, like in a distance. So the street is probably about 20 meters from me now, like to the other side. Like, there's a tree there. I can see the green and stuff, and I can see the branches, but it's kind of, imagine like I think it's Picasso in it. Maybe it's Van Gogh, but those sort of like paintings where the colours blur slightly in together. I wouldn't be able to pick out a suspect from here to the street. Like, I wouldn't be able to 100% say it was that person, in a police lineup. So, whereas, obviously, like, well, hey, it's great, I can see. But for I don't know, I got glasses about 14 or something like that, and I hated them. I hated it. So, I didn't wear them for years, and I used to, like, I'd walk across the street and stuff, like, I'd walk down the road, and people across the street would wave, and I'd be like, who the fuck is that? Like, scowling. So, yeah, so by, I don't know, maybe about 23, my girlfriend was like, you need to go to the opticians and actually, Specsavers, and actually get a test done. So I did, and it was 2 pairs for £75. I was like, buzz, of course I'm gonna do that. So yeah, this pair is like a little bit loose, like very, they're kind of loose. Like if I hold it like this, I don't know if that's a good test, a scientific. I don't know if you base that on a scientific test. Like, his results are not fully accurate, but I believe if you would agree that they're a little bit loose, but they still fit my fat head. They still fit my fat head pretty well. So, and I think the result of letting people wear your glasses is why they're a little bit loose. So basically what I'm saying is I don't have the fattest head, which is kind of good. I think my head just kind of goes like this. It's not like this, it's more like elongated, like this way. I think that's the right word. So yeah, we're on 20 minutes, so I guess I'll stop it now. So let me know what you reckon, you know. You fugly motherfucker, you ugly, you ugly. Damn boy, you hit the ugly tree all the way down. Or maybe you're like, I gotta grab a piece of that. Give me that ass. Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh Jesus. Okay, hold on. So the camera's fucking falling off this section. So I'll show you this bit. Yeah, let's just zoom in there a little bit. There you go. That's it fell off there, and yeah. So I'll be writing to them about that fucking shit, because that's bullshit. And yeah, so this is my office. As you can see, the stickers there. This is the nasty ass wall. So where you can see the line, like here. In fact, it was further over here. I don't know if you know this guy, but that was a full ass sticker. That was a big sticker, and so the leaky wall lasted for ages. Like, and I was just, you know, you could say, "Why did you fix it?" And I would agree with you that I would love to have fixed it if, you know, the landlord give me some help. But you know, they didn't. They left it for a year and a half, so I don't feel the need to fix it when they should fix it. It's their fault. And you say, why don't you just stop paying rent or something? Well, when it's your girlfriend's boss, can't really moan about them. And I like to call them the typical Tories, where you'll say like, oh, the wall's crumbling, you need to fix it, because it's kind of like, let's turn it around. You know, it's not really our fault. And they're like, yeah, no, we totally understand. But they don't give a shit, really. They just pretend to. Yeah, so I guess I'll give you a tour from this side, so I can get with the microphone, because the microphone on the camera's shit. Anyway, so I got the heat press, a little bit messy over there. I've just finished work, you see, so and then we got, hold on, stick with the mic a little bit. So there we've got my vinyl. That's just like bits of spare vinyl, paper and shit. Like I said, the office isn't completely finished, like tidied yet. There you got t-shirts in there. Jesus Christ, let me spin round. I guess I'll show you this. This is my little setup here. And then we got a little thing there. I don't know if you better hear me as well from this distance, but I'll try and keep it. There we go. And then yeah, so that's the Hoover there, Dyson typical. And then we've got that. Again, I need to tie the top of it, but it's fine. That is my printer for t-shirts. Well, for polyester sublimation t-shirts. Then we got the old cutter there. Yeah, it's a couple of guitars that I pretend to play, but I don't. I'm not very good at them. So yeah. So that little hiccup, I guess, with the camera falling was a bit shit, but it happens. Hold on, let me just, because I'm probably really zoomed in here. Hold on, how far away are there? Let's see. So as you can see, the reason why I didn't put it here, because you can tell the background, it's pretty nasty. So that's why I thought I'd put it up there, but I don't know, we'll see. I'll try and work it out. I'll be sending them a bad review anyway. So guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, I guess I'll see your reaction soon enough. Take care now, bye.